Alright, hello and welcome to Ben's OP Game Show, recorded live 6 p.m. Pacific Time every Friday, twitch.tv/TheGameFanatics. And this week, like most weeks, I am joined by Joel.
Hello.
Jesus Christ, and Logan.
Hello.
Oh. And this very exciting week, I don't know if I sounded like a robot there, I'm fixing it as we go. We're going to be talking about the Nintendo Online, mobile, and movie news, which came out of nowhere. Let's start with the Nintendo Online news, which came from a tweet at like 8 p.m. that just said Nintendo Switch Online will launch in September 2018, which it was supposed to launch, I believe, in the spring this year. I think that might have also been pushed back from a date before that also.
I think you're right.
I think it was supposed to
be like end of last year.
Yeah, that's what I thought so too. They just keep pushing it back. But I also have some little random factoids in here.
Factoids are great.
At the time, this is from a GameSpot article that I'm going to read some of. Nintendo announced it would offer memberships for 1 month for $4, 3 months for $8, and 12 months for $20. So this is to play online and to also do other stuff that's not really described, but also the Super Nintendo games with multiplayer.
That's interesting.
And didn't they announce when they first talked about the Switch and the online to have a free virtual console game every month?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm alluding to with the Super Nintendo game that would add multiplayer. That would be the free game every month that you'd get, and it'd have online multiplayer and do all that.
I was just thinking about. I was curious how the pricing was. So you said it was $22 per year.
Well, hold on, 20.
20 per year.
Yeah, that's what it said a while ago when I last talked about it.
Yeah, so it's what, a couple bucks a month.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal, all things considered, but it remains to be seen what exactly. I mean, if you're a big Splatoon player, sure, but there's no like Mario Kart. What ARMS? There's 3 online games.
League.
Rocket League, okay, sure. But there's not a lot of titles to really take advantage of this. You know?
At this point, and I can't think of any games between now and when it's supposed to launch. What games are going to utilize this? Maybe Mario Tennis.
Mario Tennis would.
Pokemon, I know later, but
on this Pokken tournament also that's happening.
Yeah.
So this is what has kind of led to people talking about, well, what would they launch it with? And there's kind of two kind of schools of thought for this. One is that, it's Smash, right? You have your big online title, launch it with the online service. Everyone wants the online service. That makes sense, right?
Yes, I would think so.
I would think so. Or the other side of that coin was Virtual Console. It launches with a Virtual Console service, and now you can have kind of maybe there's a couple free downloads or something a month. Something to go along with it, because otherwise you're offering a subscription for question marks, right?
Yeah. There has to be something with it. People are just like, okay, you get online. It's like, no, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not playing it. I'm not using it.
Yeah, online for what? Exactly.
For fun.
And so, but do you think, because I'm not, I think they could port Smash 4, and obviously, it's not like that's an original idea, but is it past time for it? I don't know. This is really that big of a title. It didn't set. I don't know. I'm torn on if that's even a thing, because I really feel like we want to give Nintendo the benefit of the doubt, but I don't. Like, I stopped giving them the benefit of the doubt years ago, and I feel like they could launch this service with nothing.
They probably will.
Yeah.
But with Smash Brothers, do you think they would re-release it or just wait and release a new one like a couple years down the road?
Well, the new one would have to be at least a year away.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but then that goes back to the idea of, well, what do you launch it with?
Yeah,
And
you can play Doom online.
great. Great, I could play
Trying
Doom.
to think of multiplayer titles. Yeah, like I think that they should, as far as Smash goes, tease a new one and then just wait for it to come out. Not re-release Smash 4.
I think they could re-release it, not do anything, because like with the case of Mario Kart, they updated it. There were new elements like the double items and stuff. It wasn't a 1-to-1 copy. I think they could 1-to-1 copy this over, give you the 3DS stages and stuff, and call it a day, and not have it be like this is the big.
Just bundle it with all the DLC characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or even, hey, here's Melee, and you can play Melee online. I think that's big enough and important, quote unquote, enough to warrant having an online service. But if there's nothing, or even if there is only one relevant title, it's kind of really shitty to launch an online service with nothing.
Maybe they'll have a sequel to Miitomo.
Oh, let's hope so.
Animal Crossing would need online.
Animal Crossing
If they were to
is...
come.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Let's hope for that. Let's hope for something, because I'm really
I'm always
thinking...
hoping for Animal Crossing on my Switch. So
Oh, good God. It's...
I love it.
I just hope that the answer isn't nothing. Here's a big old pile of nothing that we made for you. You could play Dr. Mario online. Thanks. Thanks a
You
lot.
don't want to, but you can.
You have hundreds of the best games ever made. Here's Dr. Mario Online in 2018. Like, that's... I'm done being super excited for Nintendo. And granted, I've been wrong about like how popular the Switch was gonna be, but I'm not.
I think you can still be excited, but you just can't like be hyped. You know, like you still want to be like, oh man, I'm excited to see what Nintendo's gonna do next because they've had such a good year. You know, but I'm not gonna expect a PlayStation level announcement or something.
Yeah, you could be excited. You just can't eat up the hype.
Well, because even the last Nintendo Direct, when they announced, what was it, I'm like spacing on the games, but people were like, oh, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm not disappointed, but I'm also not like, I'm not riveted with excitement over what's coming. I'm happy with it. People were okay with what they announced, but they weren't, excited, like when they announced Spider-Man or some shit. They weren't super hyped.
Yeah, it just feels like Nintendo consistently doesn't dive into the nostalgia enough, in the sense that we could have got a Smash Melee port on the Wii U.
Oh, yeah.
And they just refuse to even like do that for really no reason. So
what if they announced a new Smash Brothers, but then like let's say it's a year out or something, but in the meantime, here's this remaster of last year's, the Wii U.
Yeah, just
Smash
do the
Bros. Wii U.
Bayonetta route.
yeah, that makes sense.
Because I think as long as they announce something's coming, but then they could still do the re-release with the launch of the online service. As long as people know like, hey, something new's coming, but we have this to tie us over.
Yeah.
I think people would be okay with that.
Or if it has, here's 20 SNES games with online multiplayer for no reason.
Here's old Mario Kart.
Even, oh my god, people would like that though. Mario Kart SNES?
Super NES.
It's good. It's good. I remember going back and playing. I was, hey, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Not as bad as I remember. But
I'm
remember it being
thinking
good.
if we can have GameCube Virtual Console and we can have like F-Zero online
Oh man.
and weird stuff like that, the original Animal Crossing online.
Just give me Kirby Air Ride.
Fuck yes. Dude, Delphox and I, big fans of Air Ride.
Yeah. Air Ride was so underrated. It was so good.
Hey, Tyler. No one talks about Air Ride,
No one.
and it's the best. It is so much fun. It has no right to be as good as it is with the town mode and like the over-the-head weird racer too.
Yeah. but it's fantastic. That's a great game.
Yes, Delphox, Kirby Air Ride was the shit.
Yep, we can agree on that.
Bring back Smash Melee, but don't add any of the new characters. Make the only character Fox.
There's a bunch of Fox variants fighting each other.
That's pretty badass. Alright, but Nintendo, this was not the only news story from Nintendo, because why? Why would they do one thing in a week? They also randomly announced, because this was from like an earnings call, randomly announced Mario Kart Tour for smartphones. Yes, Tor. Not the browser to download crack cocaine or whatever. Whatever Tor's for, I'm not sure. I don't got time for that.
Yeah.
Am I right? Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely for that.
Nowhere else you could get crack cocaine except for a Tor internet browser.
Download it right into your veins. It's a Tor browser. Patent pending.
You wouldn't download a drug.
You would. I mean, you would. If you
could, you definitely would.
You literally would.
Download it fast enough.
So with Mario Kart Tour, this is another in the line of goofball. I call it goofball because I haven't been a fan of literally any of the Nintendo mobile games, except for Fire Emblem Heroes I played a lot of.
I've also played a lot of that.
Yeah,
recently.
but did
Fire
you...
Emblem was good. I like the Animal Crossing one.
Okay.
Only just because it's holding me over until an actual Animal Crossing game comes out.
Yes. But that's what makes this Mario Kart Tour kind of a weird thing, because we did get 8, and everyone really likes 8 on Switch, and now we're getting this to do what exactly? Are you racing with the phone?
No idea. No idea.
I don't...
Oh my gosh, can you imagine like steering with your phone with motion controls?
Yeah, it was called the Wii version. It was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible. The Tour, we don't know anything about Tour except that it's coming out next year.
Well, yeah, when did it say?
It was like
A fiscal
Q1.
year ending in March. So between now and next March.
Yeah, so like 1 year.
Next March.
Next month.
Next
But
March.
like Super Mario Run wasn't fun. What will Mario Tour be about?
I have a feeling it's like a Street Pass weird thing.
I just imagined it
with
being like
races against people you street passed.
it's just a video of Mario Kart courses, like people driving through them. It's not even a game.
Well, it's like,
I
I
don't
mean,
know why I
like,
imagine that.
because what does the word tour mean in this context? Like, I don't,
Yeah. They didn't add like World Tour, it's just Tour.
I don't know.
So it's, yeah, they have some sort of communicating between phones, between friends, something like that. I don't know.
And I feel like with the whole Pokemon Go weirdness, you could make it where you're racing people
Yeah.
and you're touring around and maybe like setting goals with your friends. That could actually be kind of cool as a fitness app, and you could frame it around Mario Kart. It's probably not what it is,
No,
but
no, it doesn't sound like it.
it doesn't sound like a...
I was like if they would make a Wii Fit mobile game. You know, focus it around fit.
That'd actually be really cool. That's smart.
That might work. And
That-
then have it connect with your old Wii Fit like pedometers. That's
Yeah,
all.
the Wii Fit lady who said was like, "It's been 3 weeks since you stepped on the board." Thanks,
Like,
guilt
goddamn right it was.
guilt trip lady. Jesus.
I remember Cruising USA, Will.
Oh my god.
Loved Cruising USA.
And you ended up in Idaho. Good job.
Yeah. I got
You
flat
stopped
tire.
cruising.
I got flat tire and got stranded.
I got
Yeah.
stranded in
Stuck.
Idaho. The Joel story. So it
Hey,
remains
you
to
know
be
what?
Game.
We're famous now. We were on Man vs. Food again.
great.
Again.
Yeah. So we were on there before.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Big Judd's, right? So the
Yeah.
new guy came and did 3 new restaurants, and he did like a sushi challenge at some place that looked really good, and I want to go.
I'm gonna have to go look that up.
Yeah, I DVR'd it 'cause I'm a sicko.
Yeah, this sounds very exciting. Almost exciting as I think Mario Kart Tour will be another mobile game I do not play more than 5 minutes of.
Yeah, you'll download it, you'll play through it, and you'll never touch it.
I think
again.
the only one,
Install it 2 weeks later.
because I downloaded the free demo for Mario Run, and I think I
Yeah.
played 2 levels and I just stopped. I was like, nope, this is bad. This is not a fun game at all. I don't like it.
You know,
You got your worth
it's not
out of
that
it.
bad. I just think people were expecting like an
A
actual
fun
Mario
game?
not-
Yeah, I was
and not an
expecting a
endless
fun game.
runner. Not an endless runner that ends quickly.
It wasn't even a good endless runner though.
No, I mean Run Sackboy Run was better.
It was
That's
bad.
saying something.
And what was the other? The only one I actually did really like was, like we said, Fire Emblem Heroes. Is a
Yeah.
really damn solid consolidation of that franchise into a mobile bite-sized platform, much better than any of the other ones had.
I just
yeah.
downloaded a new Naruto one.
Great.
But it's like running around hack and slash, and then you build up your town, like the fortress or what? Not fortress. The yeah, I guess it's a fortress, but basically a defense wall for your town. There's some interesting things in that game. I was like, I kind of like this.
Till you hit the paywall and have to pay money to compete with other people.
Nah,
Yeah.
I don't play long enough to hit the paywall on anything.
Yeah, I lost interest immediately.
Yeah,
But Fire Emblem Heroes made Nintendo, or it's making Nintendo so much money because it's such a good game. And so
Mhm.
many
People are
people
spending
are
money on
invested into it.
And there's loot boxes.
I love those loot boxes, man.
No.
There literally are loot boxes.
Yeah.
For people. They're people boxes.
You know what? Fortnite got it right by making it pinatas.
That's a good idea, yeah. That's true.
Oh,
More
Viva
satisfying.
Pinata.
Beating the shit out of a pinata.
Yeah, where's my Viva Pinata 3?
Yeah, Microsoft E3 2018.
Good lord.
Viva Pinata 3.
Can you imagine if they announced that? Like,
I would lose
think
my
people
shit.
Would be hyped.
Yeah.
I would,
I would buy an Xbox One for that.
Well,
Dust
but yeah.
off that old Xbox One.
it'd be on PC. I would
yeah,
hope.
that's right.
I have the rare replay. I should plug in my Xbox One just to play Viva
You should
Pinata.
play Viva Pinata on stream. I would watch that.
Fuck yes, Viva Pinata. I never really played Trouble in Paradise, so I'd be super. That was such a fucking good. It's Sims with animals
Yeah, it's awesome.
and farming and Harvest
Yeah.
Moon. It's Harvest Moon Sims with pinata animals.
I've never played Viva Pinata. I've watched it and it looked really cool.
It's a
is
good
really
shit.
cool.
Now, at
Good.
the time that I watched it, it wasn't really my type of game. I'm sure nowadays
You
it
can
would definitely
beat-
be my type of game.
If you
Grandpa
mate
Joel.
a pinata that you don't need anymore, you beat it to death with a shovel,
That's horrible.
and its
but I
health
love
bar
it.
is chocolates.
It's fantastic.
It's
That reminds me of the chickens from Minecraft. When I level them up and the new ones have better stats, I chuck them off the balcony. They just fall into fucking space.
Oh boy. Anyway, the other final bit of Nintendo news is the Nintendo Mario movie. This is the tweet. All of these are from tweets, by the way. Like, the fuck is 2018? Nintendo and Illumination are partnering on a movie starring Mario. Co-produced by Shigeru Miyamoto and blah 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 blah.
Give me some Coke.
Exactly. So Illumination is the Minions and Despicable Me, and what's the other one?
They did that movie Sing, which is
Sing.
actually decent.
I know. I never seen any of these, but that's
pretty good.
the same studio. This is a really good fit, but why? How? What's happening? Someone
So-
You know, it could. I mean, if you really think about it, if they used, let's say, the visuals from Odyssey,
sure.
and they made an actual good story that was funny with cameos from like other Nintendo characters, I think it would be a hit, and you know it's gonna make money.
Oh, it's gonna make money, but I don't
my God.
think I would see it.
No, you better go see it. You're a Nintendo fan.
He doesn't have to.
You have to support it,
No.
or
But
else they're gonna threaten you with another live action Mario movie.
I'm fine
So
with
Which I
that.
actually
we
love.
already
I
we
loved
already
that
knew
movie.
this information back in November, but this is just official confirmation.
Yeah, it was like rumored before.
Right.
Yeah.
I was paying
So
attention.
I think it's going to be weird. One, I think they should just recreate the original Mario movie from '93, and two, it's going to be weird to hear Mario speak instead of just saying "Wahoo."
Is he gonna speak?
Well, he's going to have to, wouldn't he?
What if they
Steve
make
Carell
everyone
will be
else
the
speak?
voice of Mario.
Oh God.
God, what the hell?
What did you say, Ben?
It'll be like Ed Helms is Mario. I think why would they need Mario to speak? I think they could still make everyone else speak. That's what they seem to
No,
do.
He has to speak. That would suck if he didn't.
I don't know. Like I could see him not speaking, but it'd be hard to like kids for him not to speak. I don't know.
Well,
I
okay.
don't know what they'll do with it.
I
Ignoring
think
that.
it's time he gets a voice, and it better not be like a very racist.
Oh, it's gonna be very racist. What is the plot of this movie?
Bowser steals Princess Peach.
Is it in the real
Saves
world,
Princess.
or is it in Mushroom Kingdom?
It would be cool if they mixed stories from other like Nintendo franchises. Like he's in Mushroom Kingdom, and then something happens, and suddenly he's in Hyrule.
So
All right,
Wreck-It
well-
Ralph.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph. No, I think
Oh,
if
yeah, that'd be
if they mixed it, it'd be within the Mario canon, and like here's Daisy and here's Birdo and whatever.
Cool if like
Creepy
Mario
Mansion.
was like playing through and he gets transported to like 64 graphics or
Oh, that'd be cool.
2D in this world, and like, you know, he has to travel through old games past to save Princess because Bowser did some weird concoction that did that or something. You know?
Yeah, I'm down with
Sending you
that.
Back to the past, Mario.
You're selling me on this.
Yeah, and I think that would be a really good idea. Because then you have Super Mario World, you have the original 8-bit, you have 64, you can have, you know, maybe even Paper Mario as a small section, or, you know, Mario and Luigi RPG. I don't know, but it could be really cool, and like it would appeal to everyone. You know, you're just not doing kids, you're doing all fans of Mario.
Very interesting.
We've sold him.
I'm into it. I'm not going to Fandango just yet, but I'm into it. We'll see when would this come out. Also, did it say anything? Because this is
Probably like 4 or 5 years from now. How long did it
Yeah.
take to get the Angry Birds movie?
yeah, but 7 years late. The Angry Birds fucking
I
movie.
know, like, hey, nobody cares about Angry Birds anymore.
At least this will be
Yeah,
based on a
movie.
game that's good.
Yeah.
Because Angry Birds is bad. That's a bad game for bad people.
I mean, it's almost the same story.
Well,
They
no.
kidnapped my. Wait, what have they done? They
They've-
kidnapped our eggs. That's basically Princess Peach.
Sure, but that's like any story. It's just the MacGuffin the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, Miyamoto is helping co-produce the Mario movie, so at least he has that input.
True.
True that.
All right. So I'm going to say we're negative just because it's my show. So we're negative on the movie.
We're us. Okay. All right.
We're,
Say so.
we're very negative on the movie. But this is why I really want to talk to everyone today is more Monster Hunter World party time.
Oh, that old thing. Just kidding.
Yeah, yesterday's game.
Yeah, yesterday's game.
Yesterday's
literally.
game, you know that that game that no one's playing anymore still. So
Just kidding. Delphi.
I
Don't get
talked a
scared.
lot about it last week, so I want to hear kind of your guys' thoughts about the whole experience and how far you guys are and what all that means with the monsters.
I can go first just because mine's gonna be very quick.
Okay.
I'm not very far. I'm at Hunter rank 5.
Ugh.
And mainly just because I played it. I love it. I love the game. Don't get me wrong. I'm probably gonna play it a little bit later tonight. And I know what armor I want, at least for the time being. So I know the grind already that I'm looking for, that I'm looking forward to right now. So I took a little bit of a break to go to what's it called? Assassin's Creed. I started playing Assassin's Creed. I played some Call of Duty because they had
What's
a new
it called?
DLC pack. So I've been jumping around to other games, just because that's what I do. I don't really stick around too long, but I'll be going back because I know the grind is there. I know what armor I want, and that's what's drawing me to the game.
Okay. We'll have to talk about what armor you need because I think you can kind of get caught up in grinding for stuff and you don't necessarily need to in certain
Well, like
instances.
I want the Anja armor
Sure.
for my character, and I'm just missing a few pieces just to complete it because I have my wish list set up, so I already know what I need. So I just have to do like a few investigations or whatever hunts
Mhm.
just to get it. So it maybe like 2 or 3, and I'm
That's not much.
probably 2 would do it. 2 would do it. most likely.
That's not much at
I
all.
really like the adrenaline effect from that armor set.
Yeah. Tyler, there's a trophy when you reach Hunter rank 100.
Yeah,
I don't want to
so-
hear you speak until you get that.
until you get that trophy.
Until you get that trophy, not interested. Yeah. No, thank you. That Death Stench armor, by the way, is awesome looking. I think it's one of the coolest looking sets I've seen so far.
I'm excited.
All right, so
I
Logan, how
like
much
all
have you played of this?
I think we're at the same level because you just said yesterday you beat orangutan monster or Oregon.
Or
However you
Dagadamon?
say it.
So I'm
Orangutan, yeah.
also Hunter rank 11 now
Damn.
with Tyler. You start moving up the ranks really quickly.
Yeah, you move really fast.
Yeah, it's like one quest, and that's like, oh, next one up there.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm staying up way too late playing it, and I like the cosmetic parts of the armor. Like I see an armor, like I don't care what its effects are. That one looks really cool. I just want it because it looks cool.
Yeah,
And I need to stop because then I'm just grinding for that armor just because it looks cool. Then I'm not using it because, whatever reason I have to get stronger armor to fight the next level. And but that's Monster Hunter. That's what Monster Hunter is about: fighting monsters, getting the armor, getting the weapons, fighting bigger monsters.
Gotta
So
catch 'em all.
I'm playing it as it's intended, and and that's what I like. It's great.
yeah, I do agree it's really good. I think, oh, and then Tyler also pointed out his review is live on thegamefanatics.com. What did he give the game? 9.
Gave it a 1 out of 5. Tyler.
What, Tyler, oh no.
Kidding.
Oh no. Man, I
haven't had a chance
can.
to read it yet, but I will.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet either because I was kind of playing the game too much. I wanted to try and beat it or get a little further in it before I read anything, but a 9 I think is pretty fair. At this point, since I'm starting to see like the cracks in the armor here, where there's these missions where you take on the giant Zora Magdaros siege beast or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
And they're executed very poorly, I feel. It's a new refined version. That's true. It is actually a refined version of what it wants to be. But those siege missions don't work for me. They're just kind of clunky and weird, and you're just like firing a cannon and running back in circles, firing a cannon for 10 minutes, and then the thing died. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess this is something I did. I don't know if I don't get it, but it tries to be this grand, amazing, like Shadow of the Colossus type of moment, and it's really, I'm just pressing circle every so often.
It's almost like an MMO. I mean,
yeah, that fight.
And Monster Hunter has always kind of felt like that to me because there's always a grind for gear, right? And it's even more fun when you play with friends, which I really enjoy. But you can even match make with randos and do some grinding and stuff like that. It's got very MMO-esque like qualities, and that's what keeps the grind like what is it? Fucking to where like I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I get that, and I like those parts, but I don't know if you've gotten there, Joel. But the missions like I'm talking about are not. They're like, oh, this is a cool set piece moment. Oh well, it's not executed very well though, and I know, like Tyler's saying, they are a staple, but I always thought they were stupid before. When I watched my roommate at the time play the one in the desert, where it was like 40 minutes of him shooting like an artillery cannon, and then we lost. I'm like, what are you even doing? Like, I don't get it. What are you doing?
You lost when you started that mission. Like,
yeah, exactly. And I would rather fight a monster because that base gameplay of like go hunt the thing is so much better than that mission, even though that mission gives you a bunch of good rewards and stuff, which I do appreciate the rewards.
Yeah.
I'm reading what Tyler has to say.
Oh. I mean, there's obviously a few things that could have been streamlined better, like the multiplayer, of course, like trying to party up with your friends should have been way easier, but I get how they do. Like they should have almost done it the way Destiny does it, where you can party up before going somewhere, and then once you have your party, then you can load into like a server, not server, but like a lobby, and that's where you guys play together. I mean, it's not that bad because just the other night, I think was it? I think it was with you, Logan, where either you sent me an invite or I sent you an invite, and then we just partied up, and it was actually not very hard.
Yeah, we were because we were in the same lobby or whatever it was called.
Yeah, like it wasn't too bad, but there's just a few things that could have been streamed. I still hold to the fact that the menu reminds me of Final Fantasy 14, which now I feel like the other day I think I even tweeted like, man, I feel like playing Final Fantasy 14 now.
It's such an MMO, but it's exactly whereas MMO kind of is way too long and in depth for this. I like the streamlined style of Monster Hunter where it is all about fighting things, and that's it. It's just like to the core components.
Yeah, you don't have all that fluff in between.
Yeah, there's no leveling up.
Boring.
And you know what you're grinding for. Like for the most part, when I play an MMO, like I kind of know what I'm heading towards, unless I'm looking for specific pieces. Like in World of Warcraft, like I know what epic and legendary pieces I need. Where this same thing, like you know what materials you're farming for, stuff like that. I'm just glad that it gives you, it streamlines so many of the things that were such a pain before, like all the grinding for like materials and the crafting. It's just everything's so much better and so much easier to do that it doesn't take away from the fun parts, you know, the stuff you're looking forward to. But yes, Doc Brown.
Yeah, and Tyler brings this up. There are, like, further along, the further I get into it, it's like, oh, I need 6 of these things. Okay, this is what Monster Hunter is. I remember this. Like, it starts curving back to what you remember it being, but it had such a great, accessible, quick opening that it wasn't a grind. I don't think it is a grind to get really through like Hunter rank 8 or something. Like you can just kind of cruise through a lot of it.
But it's an entertaining grind.
Oh, for sure.
I love fighting the monster over and over. It's a great experience.
Yeah. I've never not... I mean, I've gone out of my way just to fight things for no reason. Oh, there's this guy here.
It was there.
I'm gonna fight this Rathalos. Oh, whatever. Just for fun. And that's something I never would have done before. Ever. Like, yeah. That's exactly what the old Monster Hunters were, Tyler. I hated it. Oh, gather 15 herbs, and somehow it takes 20 minutes, and I'm like, I'm gonna stab someone. I can't
I was watching a comparison video the other day of, like, the difference between old Monster Hunter and new Monster Hunter. And it just reminded me of just, like, how much they fixed this Monster Hunter.
Uh-huh.
Just watching the crafting like potions and stuff like was a nightmare.
Yeah, everything, they just got rid of all the garbage. All the unnecessary tedium is like completely gone. Now it's just, do you want materials? Here's what you need. Go get it. Oh, that is something I wanted to bring up. I do think I haven't unlocked the last area yet, but so I just have the 4. Yeah, 4. I really like all the areas that you get to, but it does feel like the first one is the biggest, the forest, and the most intricate.
But Coral Highlands is beautiful.
Oh my gosh. It's stunning
so cool.
The first time you see it.
Yeah. So that would be my favorite.
I'd agree, but I don't like the monsters you fight there. I think, I really like the desert as well. I don't think anyone's gonna say their favorite area is. What's the final area called? The 4th one? I forget what it is. What, the rotten pus bucket or whatever it is. Yeah, I like fighting those guys. I like the monsters in that final area, the Veil or whatever, the Rotten Veil. There it is. try to remember the name of it. I like the monsters there, but I don't like the poison fog. And I think visually, it's the way least interesting. Like
Yeah.
by a mile, there's nothing going on there. It is just brown
It's just bleh.
and
Fallout level.
it looks like there's some areas in Gears of War, I think, that has like this weird you're inside of a monster look, and that's what it reminds me of. It's kind of depressing with all the bones and corpses. It's funny too, I played a mission there today where the weather was at a different point I'd never seen before, and it was actually brighter than usual. I was like, oh, this area looks cool, when it actually has a light shining on it. And it isn't just dark with stones everywhere. But that does have some awesome monsters. But even that, I go back to that forest and how big and like intertwining it is, and how many different monsters there are there. And then the Rotten Vale has three creatures there. It just feels very small, even with the Coral Highlands or whatever it is. It's 3 monsters there. They just feel so much smaller, and the time you're spending there, especially in the main quest, is so much shorter.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. But man, what is it? What is that guy's name? The Ball? I just want to call him Ball. Autobahn?
Rabadon or
He's the Autobahn. That guy's so fucking cool.
that's a cool one.
There's so many cool creatures, and I haven't even gotten. Where are you at, Logan?
I just finished killing the orangutan guy. I won't get his name right.
It's like Otto Ganon.
Arrogaden, yeah.
Otto Ganon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just a little bit ahead of that. It's funny.
I haven't. Yeah.
I like that fight with him. He's very, very aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, I was reading
Like
something.
being manhandled.
I was reading something that said like a good strategy is to just let him tire himself out. Like, okay. Like as a 3-year-old,
Yeah, that's boring.
let him tire himself out.
I'll take a nap.
It's funny too. After fighting him, and then you fight a Rathian, and then a Diablos. And the Diablos is like way harder than the Rathian. I don't know what the hell happened, but
Yeah, Rathian's easy.
that stupid Ronjay Dino Man, who I keep forgetting about, or I keep forgetting how to pronounce the name of, is still one of my least favorite monsters to fight. And he's so long ago in the game. I just don't like fighting Dino Man. I don't know what it is.
T-Rex or
Yeah, the T-Rex guy, Dino Man.
fire. Yeah.
And I have a ton of fire resistance now. I think I have half my armor is his armor. But anyway, now we're just rambling.
Yeah. Ramble.
Ramble. But it's
Rabble,
it's a pretty awesome game. I want to play more with you guys and do all that, do a bunch of quests, especially to see what the later of your spite craft.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely play.
Yeah, because of where you are, I want to fight some of those monsters again. That ice dragon guy whose name I forget. I want to fight him more.
I could have you guys just power level me through the
We can do that.
quest.
That's what I'm. Oh, that's the thing I wanted to bring up, because I feel like I didn't really buy a lot of armor to get where I am. You know what I mean? Like I never really grinded for anything. It was like, oh, I hit a wall, or that was kind of hard. Let me just buy a couple things now, and then 15 hours go by. Let me buy more armor now. I don't know. Maybe that's just how I.
But armor later on is super expensive to craft.
I haven't looked at the cost, but I have like 200,000 money.
It'll go away soon.
I have money like out the ass.
I've been selling like bullet stuff, like stuff I know I'm not going to use. Like
Yeah.
I still collect it, and I don't craft it unless it lets me craft it right there for free. Like while I'm on the go, you know. And then I'll sell it, and I've got a pretty good amount of money for my
Yeah,
anyways.
that high rank Zora armor is really good, but I need to look at what the other pieces are. That wouldn't set me back that far. And I know you can get 45K. I know 3 or 4 investigations you could do that wouldn't even be that hard, and you'd have 45K. Which is good. I guess these are like not complaints, because it's good that I don't have to spend 16 hours to grind for money to buy something.
I don't know. You might miss that abuse.
Well, I did die on my video there, so that's true. And on a Baroth, of all things. Stupid.
Embarrassing.
Just embarrassing. Just embarrassing, yeah. Makes it as a lisp. Alright, anything else you guys have to say about Monster Hunter?
I
No.
love it.
No, you love it.
I do really like it. I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to play more.
I wish the arm. That's another thing. I wish the weapon trees were a little more intricate, I guess. I feel like I've upgraded my weapon 4 times. Maybe. Throughout the entire game. Is that normal? Am I normal?
I've done more than that.
I think it depends on your skill tree, right? Like what you're trying to get to. Like I only have to be at Bone Hatchets 2 to get to the ones that have the elemental damage.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm not talking about no Tide Pods.
No, we're not talking about those tasty treats.
Tasty.
I got at least 4 different longswords. Like, maybe that's just how I play the game. I'm like, I have a sword, and I'm just going to beat the shit out of this. I don't care what element it is. I'm winning with my sword. I don't need nothing. But the next sword I think I get is ice damage. That's on the where I am with it. We'll see. You don't need it. Get on my level. Let's beat him with a stick. Stick sword, level 2. Anyway, that's it. Merry Christmas. Oh, I gotta do a better ending for the show. I can't just do my normal, oh, just do whatever you want.
Oh, we're not gonna talk about more?
What is there?
I wanted to tell you about my little venture into speedrunning.
Sure, let's do that real quick.
So I started because that's one of my goals for this year is to learn to speedrun a game. And I'm not trying to like be super good at it. I just want to learn how to do it and see like if I could play Pokemon Gold or Heart Gold, right? And not finish it in 40 or 50 hours, maybe cut it down to like 4 or 5 just by learning how to speedrun it. So I've started kind of looking into it, and I started trying to do the manipulation of just the beginning part, like where you have to start it up at a certain time with a certain like date and everything like that on your DS,
Jesus.
just to get the right trainer ID so that you get the right RNG, and you're taking the right path. And holy shit, that stuff is super complicated, but it's fun. Like it's kind of fun learning about it and seeing what goes into being able to do that. So I'm enjoying that part so far. That's why I was talking about the whole streaming of my DS, because it's something I could eventually do on stream, right?
Sure. I think you
but I
should
don't
pick a game that's not that.
No, it's like I don't want to go through other games before getting like this is the one that that kind of got me into it.
Okay.
So, and I don't want to learn I don't want to play the whole thing. I just want to learn how to do like some of the manipulations and stuff like that, and casually just do it, casually learn it, and then eventually, we'll see how that goes. And if it becomes too hard, then yeah, I'll look for something else. But it's something I can do while I'm like just bored, right? And I don't want to play anything on my PlayStation. I can pull out the DS and put it to good use because it's not doing anything. It's just sitting there.
Sure. This is how you get into speedrunning. I got nothing else going on. Let me just...
Yeah, well, like I want to do it as something I learn. I don't need to be like super good at it. I don't need to, beat a record or anything like that, because that's gonna take so much dedication. I know what time I can dedicate to it. I just want to learn about it more and try it. I'm not like taking on a serious, mission here. I just wanted to kind of look into that world, because I'm even like reading more forums and stuff like that, and I joined the Discord server for the Heart Gold speedrunners,
Mm-hmm.
and just to kind of like see what they're talking about and what strategies and stuff like I don't know. I'm learning some of the lingo. It's pretty cool. It's fun, man.
It is pretty cool. I will give you that. It is a lot of fun to kind of figure those things out. And you look at games like Ocarina of Time and all the weird stuff, or like Super Mario 64 and those runs that are just obscene.
See.
Yes, obscene. I like all the weird. Oh, this is an any percent run, or this is a no glitches, or this is the all main quests. I like how kind of granular and weird it can be.
Yeah.
And it is always fun to see a game that you might know very well, but it's like, oh, if you roll through this one door, you can do this. I'm like, what? Why? How did you figure that out?
Well, and it's my favorite version of Pokemon. Like, it's my favorite game. It's one of my favorite games of all time, but it's also my favorite version of Pokemon. It's the remake of Gold. It's a game that I do know pretty well, and it's a game that I can see myself playing over and over again because I've done it. I've
Yeah.
replayed it 4 or 5 times all the way through, which I normally don't do with games.
Well, that's a good choice then. If it was me, I'd get stuck at the tree for like 20 hours, like I did when I was a child. It's like, I don't understand this tree. Please let me advance. Well, how are you supposed to figure out just squirt a water bottle? I mean, come on. I'm still upset about the Suwundudo or whatever his name is.
Udo.
I'm not good at names. Is the Dragon Man? Is the T-Rex boy?
Dragon Man.
Is
That could be 2.
the Reggae Lizard? I'm not good at names.
That's Monster Hunter.
I'm not good at names. I don't remember them. I do like hitting these monsters in the face with my sword, though. Oh my god, it's good.
That's good.
I love all the times I've jumped off of things with my giant-ass sword and chopped off their tails. That never gets old. That is just the best.
Yeah,
It's a satisfying game.
Oh,
one
yeah.
of my favorite things was I got thrown off the back of I think it was a Jagra.
Sure.
The Jagra. The Reggae
The
Lizard.
Reggae Lizard?
And I shot the grapple thing and jumped back onto it, which I had not done before.
Mm-hmm.
And it was extremely satisfying.
Oh, yeah. It's just a almost constant stream of, like, you're a badass.
Yeah. Look how cool you're going to look.
I mean, not me. Me just hitting this
Not me in
dinosaur in
real
the
life,
face.
but That's why I play a game.
Talk about the Game Fanatics new logo.
I don't know what that means.
We just have a different logo for the Monday podcast, but it's basically the same thing. I just put headphones around it.
Oh, yeah. We'll just call it the new logo.
Yeah, let's make it the new logo.
Just run with it. No one's gonna... What are they gonna do?
I did edit the Nintendo Labo episode of the Game Fanatics Live,
Mm-hmm.
which you guys should check out. I did add
Is that
just a couple.
disaster?
It wasn't that bad. Like it's still entertaining to listen to when someone's talking and we're like, "Oh, there goes Discord again," and then you hear like my favorite thing is Logan's telling us about how he can have the school kind of pay for. He's like excited to do lesson plans, and then we're like, "No, we didn't hear you, dude. There goes Discord," and he's like, "Fucking Discord."
It was pretty fun. I mean, Discord's working today. It's like 50-50, this Discord thing.
Yeah, it's been working pretty well so far.
Yeah, as long as we don't have anything super important to talk about at work.
Monster Hunter is important.
That's true.
Oh, and it works.
It has worked the last couple of weeks when we talked about Monster Hunter on Monday.
Yeah.
It worked pretty well.
What are we talking about? Speaking of that Monday show, what are we talking about this Monday, Joel? Do you know?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
I have no idea.
I can't think of the topic now, and then by Monday be like, oh man, something else came out that's cooler that I want to talk about, or
What's going to happen in 2 days?
you never know. What if Sony buys Microsoft?
What if?
What if Sony buys Xbox?
That was the other news story I didn't put in the news thing, was the rumors of Microsoft buying all these ridiculous companies. That-
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're gonna buy Valve. Like, really? I don't. That sounds like a stupid rumor. That's not true.
Yeah. Orange Box 2.
Yeah, I mean, EA, or they could buy EA, and that's the most interesting.
I was listening to fuck, who was it?
I
don't know if it was Kind of Funny. I don't know if it was Kind of Funny Games Daily. It was either that or what's it called? The Jim Sterling podcast,
Okay.
Podquisition.
Yeah.
One of the two. I don't remember who. I listen to too many podcasts, but they're talking about how that probably won't go through because of the fact that they have the rights to like the NFL, and that Madden or the NFL makes so much money selling on both consoles that they wouldn't want to just be exclusive to Xbox when they have an install base of 70 million to sell their game to.
Yeah, but when does that deal end?
I don't know. I thought they renegotiated it like a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, you might be right.
But like, there's licenses that EA has, that I don't think can just be purchased. Like maybe even the Star Wars one. Like it's.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot
EA's,
of what?
There's a lot of like logistical things that
Yes.
have to be figured out if they were going to do that, which I don't think they will do that. I think that's the wrong way to go about it. Especially, I don't think you need to buy EA. I think you need to buy smaller studios that are going to give you good quality games, even if they're indie, even if they're AA or third party or whatever. Not third party, AA or you know what I mean.
Yes.
Kind of like first party studios, kind of like what Sony has. Like that's what they need.
They need something, and we talked about that last week. They need something.
There was a game we talked about earlier, which I thought they could bring back. I don't remember if it was Xbox too.
Viva Pinata.
Yeah, Viva Pinata. There we go. Shit, was that it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
How could you forget?
I forget many things.
Could you forget the best pinata game ever?
It has a lot of competition.
Fortnite.
It does.
Fart.
Fortnite. Is there any other pinatas?
Not that I know of. I don't know. Guacamelee.
Guacamelee. All right.
Didn't it have a
Probably.
That's racist.
Dora the Explorer
not.
game probably has a pinata.
That's racist.
That's racist. Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, should we end this? Did it be professional?
Remember,
Yeah.
kids, stay in school.
Stay in school so you don't become racist.
And then come to my class so you can play with the Labo.
Good God. I want an in-depth discussion of this when this comes out from you.
Okay.
Because I don't buy it.
I want a personal invite to be a helper. I
Hmm.
also need you to provide snacks, or I won't go.
My favorite pinata is Viva. Well, we've discussed this.
Viva las piñatas.
Pinata. All right. This will be the show again, 6 p.m. Pacific time on next Friday, but next Monday, live with the Game Fanatics. Gonna be talking about something.
We're gonna be talking about everything.
Everything. Definitely what we've been
and
playing.
nothing
Ambitious.
at the same time.
And it'll probably be Monster Hunter also.
Yeah, it's probably still gonna be Monster Hunter.
Probably still quite a bit of Monster Hunter. I got to the point where it does like, it redoes all the monsters and makes them harder, and then says, oh, now they have the hide plus. So now you got to collect Jagras hide plus. Like, good God.
Jeez. Like New Game Plus?
No, it's the same monsters, just harder. And so their drops are segregated to the harder sets. Kinda. But I'm fighting the same monsters again, and it's still pretty damn cool. Alright, that's enough. Merry Christmas. Thanks for hanging out.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Too many
Pinatas.
staples. Oh, yeah, pinatas have staples.
Fuck yeah, they do. Dangerous as hell.